Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'd like to start off by showing you guys around the car, letting you know what it is. So it's a 70 Camaro body on a tube chassis, mild steel. It's a 4-link 9-inch rear end with a strut front end. Has a turbo 400 transmission and a 454 big block Chev engine. So the purpose of this whole channel right now will be to take this car and upgrade it slowly. We're going to start in the back. I already got the rear end out of the car. So that's what you'll see on future episodes. But for today we'll just walk you through, take a look at the car. So the body on the car is pretty rough, other than the amount of dust that's on it right now. It's not very straight. This paint, I threw it on the car last year just quickly to see, because I was bored, I guess. Came out okay, but it needs a lot more work than what we did first. So we're gonna probably sand the whole car down, pull out the Lexan. The doors are an older style 2-piece fiberglass door. It's kind of seams here, and there's an outer and an inner part. As you can see, they're in rough shape. The window's loose in there. We're gonna redo all the window bar and new Lexan and fix that. The hinge is the actual original hinges without the spring, and they're just too heavy for the fiberglass. So we have a kit from Chassis Engineering. We're gonna change out, make it removable, so be better at the track anyway. In the back of the car, parachute mount is terribly welded in there. We're gonna have to cut all that out, redo it better, properly. And still got the holes for the factory spoiler, which came with the car when I bought it last year, but it was in rough shape, and I don't like the really high spoiler, so we're either gonna mold a small lower one into it, or we're gonna go with a full aluminum drag wing. Haven't made that decision yet. Bumpers are steel. We're gonna replace those. We're gonna do a molded deal with sheet metal to look like a bumper, and then kind of paint it the chrome. So we got the hood off. You can see it's a big block Chevy, 44 cubic inch, the big carburetor. We got the fuel system's all forward mounted. We got strange front struts. This is, for right now, going to be the main change we're thinking of this year. We're probably going to go to a turbo setup with an LS. It seems to be an easy way to make a lot of power. So that's the plan up here. We're not going to change any of the suspension. That stuff's all pretty good. We are going to upgrade the front brakes. They're single piston right now, and they won't hold the car to do a burnout or nothing. So they're not. We rebuilt them last year, but they're not doing it very good right now. So we're going to change all that up. There's a lot of upgrades to do in here. They're mostly going to be panel changing, so we'll get the bead roller out, make some new panels, all aluminum, fix this up. We're going to have to change the seat. The brackets on the bottom are broken. That's pretty much for in here. Everything else is working good. The cage is in great shape. So the wiring is, I just redid the wiring last year, so that's all good to go. Just some minor changes in here, but make it look better anyway. Alright, so now we'll put the car in the air and we'll take a look underneath. It's not very pretty, but that's stuff we'll address later. Okay, so we're under the car. It's in pretty good shape. The chassis is a little bit rough as far as paint coating is concerned. There's a bit of rust. Nothing structurally wrong with it. So we're going to clean it up, put a coat of paint on it. The main problem with the front end are the brake calipers. As you see, this one has a broken bleeder. We took them apart. We had a couple races in last year with COVID, and we took this all apart, got the new O-rings in it, and it works, but it's not enough to hold the car through a burnout. So we're going to upgrade to a bigger caliper from Strange, and we're going to have to build a custom mount to these spindles. They're the older spindle mount, wheel and brake caliper. So we'll have to figure that out. As we move back in the chassis, there's a lot of added and subtracted brackets and piping and stuff. We'll get to clean all this up, get rid of all the waste and extra stuff. We're gonna replumb brake lines and fix the rocker panels. This one's worse than that side. The transmission, the Turbo 400's stock case and bell housing. So we're gonna upgrade that probably to the ATI super case and bell housing. It's SFI, especially when we go to a high horsepower turbo engine. We're just gonna fix all of it at one shot. Back here, I already got the rear end out, but four link brackets are all good, straight. They need to be cleaned up again. It's mostly sitting, rusted, bit of paint coming off. But this is the rear end. It's a Ford 9-inch that's been cut and braced. The dual wood on each side, and actually in the next episode we're going to take this all apart, go through it, make sure everything's good. I don't even know what axles are in it or even the gear ratio. It's 5 something, but we'll figure all that out. We'll go through the calipers, fix all them up. So you'll see that probably the next episode we do. And it's got some strange shocks back here. They're in rough shape. We're probably going to upgrade those at some point as well. That's pretty much it for underneath the car. So that's the car. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next episode where we get into that rear end housing and go through all the parts, do some minor upgrades to the brakes, and just do some regular maintenance stuff.